So my problem with the bear is it's pretty simple, and it's this. Being that the bear just won an Emmy and all his awards season, and it's on the road right now, I thought there'd be no better time than now to go ahead and talk about it, get my thoughts about it. I've watched the show from the season one when it first came out to now, and I really enjoyed it. And I thought I would be able to come to you and tell you what I think about it. So let's get right into it. Enough of me talking. You want to hear me talk, but let's see about the show. So the Bear. The Bear is a show that on Hulu that I've been watching and been a big fan of for the past 2 seasons. And I want to take today to go ahead and tell you guys a couple things that I think are the main points and what makes the show the show. So the thing about it is, Carmy is come back. He came back home to Chicago after his brother passed away of overdose, and his brother left his restaurant, the Beef, in his name. So now he's the owner of that restaurant, and it comes with a whole a crazy thing of problems and issues with backdraft bills and a kitchen staff who's just like all over the place, not organized, messy, kind of not trained. You know, they know how to do their stuff, and that's about it. And that's where you find him at. So he comes into this place, and it's just like a scene of chaos. And so the show has that pace and that manic episode type of just like fast paced, in your face type of drama. And so what makes Carmy decide to come back is his relationship with his brother. And in the early days of that, him and his brother acted some sort of a mentor to him. He looked up to him, gave him confidence, and cooking was a way that they were connected. And so Carmy always looked back on his memories, his early memories with his brother, and very fond. His brother will later die of overdose because of his drug addiction. The thing about it was that Carmy didn't even know that he had a drug addiction, and that really caught him by surprise because his brother would keep that away from him. As they grew older, his brother would push him farther and farther away and out of his life, and kick him out of the restaurant and tell him he can't come here. And so that relationship with his brother, I mean, that bad boy's gone, honestly. So he has to be able to find a restaurant, and he eventually passed away. And he comes to find out, hey, this restaurant's in my name, so now I'm gonna take it over and fix the wrongs from the past. What this becomes is a quest of self, and Carmy is battling himself throughout the seasons, and he's a conflicted character. He has a quote in the line of the show, the more people are cut out, the quieter my life got. And he's going to these groups and trying to like learn how to cope with all this stuff he's going through. The show is littered with flashbacks and daydreaming. That's one of the main things of the show you'll find is the daydreaming. Very vivid daydreams. He'll be cooking and there'll be a fire, or he'll be sleeping and thinking he's in a cooking show, and he's just talking about his life and how he has all this stuff he has to deal with, and that's really boggling him down. So I mean, for myself, I'm looking at this, I'm understanding. I'm like, hey, this guy's going through all this stuff. He has all these problems, but yet he comes to the kitchen, he comes to the restaurant, and he's trying to fix that up and make that something that he always wanted to be and what he wanted to left his brother to have. So that's the journey he's going through. But as he goes through this series, you see the kitchen staff relationship with his cousin and his other coworkers and and Sydney. This whole cast of characters we just come to fall in love with. It starts off so rough, you know. Everybody's fighting and throwing stuff at each other and upset. Over time, everyone comes together. They're all like different pieces of the stew, you know, on different textures and the flavors. And Carmy's kind of the chef. He gets all the people that have their skills. He brings them over here, like a little bit less of this, a little bit less of that, and then that becomes what the show, and they just grow. Carmy becomes some sort of a leader, and he's picking up the pieces of what his brother left, getting this team, assembling the team, making sure everybody's issues. I mean, and everybody has their own issues and problems throughout the show, and that's very apparent when you watch and see the multiple things that they're going through. So to be able for them to come together as a team and get that together. What I like to point to for the show that compasses everything about it is the last episode, season 2, where Carmy, they're having an opening for the Bear, the new Bear, the restaurant that was formerly the Beef, now it's the Bear, and on opening day, everybody is all dressed up nice, the restaurant's all finished nice, and Carmy gets stuck in the freezer, the walk-in freezer, and he's upset, he's cussing, he's throwing stuff around, but Sydney steps up, cousin steps up, and then they have to end up taking over the kitchen, keep everything going. So this really shows, it's kind of like a metaphor, you know. He's stuck in the freezer, and it's the same as him being stuck in his brain and his mind, and he's stuck with his thoughts and his daydreaming and all this stuff he's been fighting and pushing back. It's all coming to light now, right in his head, and he has to face it head on. And so he's just losing his crap. He's going insane. He's fighting it, and he ends up freaking out everybody and just losing it. He's unable to control. He's unable to control this nightmare and this demons he's faced with, and everything he worked on in therapy and his relationships. It's all coming to a head, and he just destroys it all, and all the bonds he made. So he's left with everything he built is now starting to come crumbling down. He's fighting himself. He's questioning himself, his self-worth. And I think that's really interesting to see, because I think as people, speaking for myself, I often question myself. Am I good enough? Can I do this? To be able to be faced with challenges in life and be able to overcome that. I found that, I mean, it can be difficult, but you can do it. And I mean, I've done it myself. So, Carmy overcomes this. So my problem with the Bear is this. It's not much of a problem. It's more of a nag. It's the fact of the matter that it took so long for everyone to come around to the show. But hey, I'm happy that it's now getting its flowers. It's getting the rewards. It's really cool to see a show that I've watched come and evolve into something even greater than I can, before my eyes. So being able to see that and watch that is something that I really value, and I like being able to come and talk about it with you guys and tell you my opinion, what I think about it. Overall, the show is a beautiful show. I enjoyed the chaos, the manic. I worked in a restaurant, so I know how it feels to be in that environment, that crazy, chaotic environment where you're trying to get stuff done. You got orders coming out the window, everybody's yelling, stuff flying around, food, all that stuff. You find yourself just spinning around, your head spinning, you don't know what to do. So being able to watch that on camera and how it translated, the cuts, it's so smooth like butter. I find it to be super interesting, and I really enjoy it. If I had to rate the Bear, I'll give it a solid 9.8 out of 10. So I really enjoyed it. Looking forward to season 3. Let me know what you think of the show. Let me know what you thought. If you enjoyed the video, you hated it, I don't know, whatever. I'm happy to be back and posting on YouTube this type of content. So we'll see. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, please. If you're not, do me a huge favor. It's just right there. Go freaking do it. So go subscribe. Because I'm in the lair right now. I'm in the cave. So yeah. Peace.